Mr. Cole from Kerry.
That we just happen to have here on site. Most of those privately owned. Do go and have a look at them closer afterwards, but now we're going to come on to, I imagine, what most of you I think have probably come here today for, which is some of these German tanks. Now sadly you can see the Stug sat out the front. The Stug was working, doesn't work, was working, doesn't work, was working, doesn't work. So it's out there at the moment looking sorry for itself. But the Stug is based on the vehicle that's coming on now, the famous German Panzer III. Now, Panzer, as I mentioned earlier, when the Germans start designing a tank, they've already been doing some secret experiments. They've been tying up after the Treaty of Locarno in 1923 with the Russians, Soviet Russia. They send some engineers out. They've been doing some experiments at a place called Kazan in Russia with what was called a light tractor or gross tractor, heavy tractor, all code words for developing tanks. But when Hitler comes to power, that's when they push the proper tank program. Now this is a Panzer III, this is an L model. It's got a 50mm gun. The first model has a 37mm gun. And what the Germans wanted from the Panzer III was really a tank that was going to act as, in Britain, we would have called almost like a cruiser tank, 5mm gun on. So that could fire high explosive, help support these tanks, help the infantry on the attack. This is the type of tank they hope would exploit the attack. And again, they gave it, first of all, the standard German anti-tank gun, the 37mm. The great thing about the Germans is they built their tanks so that they could be improved on. And this one, again, in the same turret diameter, same turret ring, you've now got the 50mm gun, which comes from the pack gun, the anti-tank gun that was on a trailer. They took the muzzle brake off it and it ends up going in a tank.